Tell me, is it facts or opinions? You be the judge.
You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide. You'll have to decide.
Welcome to another Facts or Opinion where everybody's got a fact and everybody's got an opinion. Man, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. I appreciate the comments. Y'all go check out that last video I just dropped. Man, it's pretty crazy, but I have one here, right? This is on a serious note, right? 24-year-old woman, right, of La Plata, Maryland. Now, I've never seen this before, and maybe people can comment in here. So, mental health is real. That's the first thing I'm going to say. So, this woman in La Plata, Maryland, had a 3-year-old son. And I guess she was suffering from schizophrenia or whatever other mental illness that was hounding her or making her have these thoughts or whatever the case may be. So this woman took her 3-year-old son to the park and put him on a swing. And she started pushing him. And she kept pushing him. And she pushed him, check this out, guys, 40 hours straight. So when they finally called the police the next day, because she was still pushing him out there, the 3-year-old was unalive. It's just really, I just don't get it. You know, so rest in heaven to that 3-year-old. But I want y'all to check this out. Now, the ending of this is really going to mess y'all up. So I need y'all to watch the whole thing. And I want y'all, and we're going to come right back. Check this part out.
This is Wills Memorial Park in La Plata, Maryland, the playground behind me where police found who we've identified as 24-year-old Romesha Sims. Detectives think she may have been here all night long, but by the time they found her with her son, we know her son was dead. And now the grandmother is speaking out on what she thinks happened.
She would never, ever harm my grandson in any type of way. You know, I just believe that she just had some type of mental illness, some type of mental break.
Last night, 47-year-old Vantasha Sims called WUSA 9 saying she wants to set the record straight. Sims tells us her daughter, Romesha Sims, was diagnosed with a mental illness about 3 months ago and had been seeking help since, up until police discovered her with her son, 3-year-old Jair, at this La Plata playground early Friday morning. The park is about a mile away from the hotel where the family is staying. Sims tells us they are homeless and that Romesha suffered depression while trying to deal with this while taking care of her son.
I don't want people to look down upon her. I want us to use the situation as an opportunity to grow. If you suffer from mental health issues and you need help, you know, don't be afraid to reach out there to somebody.
Police won't comment on whether they think mental illness played a role.
We don't know the cause of death at this point. There are no obvious signs of trauma, but he is deceased, and our detectives are working around the clock trying to put information together to answer the question as to how and why this child died.
A woman who was found pushing her dead toddler in a playground swing for more than 40 hours last year will not face any prison time. A judge decided that 25-year-old Romesha Sims was not criminally responsible for her son's death because she was suffering from schizophrenia and was not on medication at the time. Police say the 3-year-old died from dehydration and hypothermia. And under the plea agreement, Sims must see a psychiatrist and take medication. What are your thoughts on this ruling? No jail time.
It's a heartbreaking story. And we have to remember that there is a dead child, but we also have to remember what a crime is and what our criminal justice system is all about, which is it's about intent. You have to intend to commit a crime. You have to knowingly commit a crime. You have to know what you're doing. If you don't have that knowledge, if you don't have that intent, how can you be found guilty of a crime no matter how heinous it is? So therefore, if it is shown that I cannot understand and appreciate the nature and the consequences of my actions, if I cannot tell the difference between right and wrong, I cannot be held criminally responsible no matter how horrifying it is. And in this particular instance, look, take a look at what was happening after the fact. I would respectfully submit to you that swinging a dead child in a swing for 40 hours, that in and of itself gets you pretty well down the road that this woman did not have a clue as to what she was doing. So whether we like it or not, without that knowledge, without that intent, she is not criminally responsible, and the right thing was done.
Well, have you ever seen a case like this? And if so, what could a defense attorney have done to convince the court to go in the other direction?
It is extraordinarily difficult. What it often comes down to is a battle of experts. You're going to have a doctor examine your client, and the doctor, assuming that the doctor is in your camp, is going to say, look, I've examined this woman. I performed a number of tests on her. This is what I believe that she was suffering from at the time. This is my diagnosis in terms of what she was suffering from at the time. And as a result, she could not understand the difference between right and wrong. She could not appreciate the nature of what she was doing, the consequences of her actions, and therefore she's not guilty by reason of insanity. The prosecution will have their own expert who'll say, I examined her, and you know something? She knew exactly what she was doing. She was okay. She may not be perfect. She may have issues, but she sure as hell knew that what she was doing was wrong.
Man, what do y'all think? Do you think that she got insanity for that? Now, don't get it twisted. I don't know. I'm not a specialist. But man, like she got, like, I mean, the grandmother spoke out. The grandmother said, hey, she's got these mental health. She's, you know, but there was a 3-year-old child. My thing was, why anybody didn't stop at the park and notice, like at 11, 12 o'clock, midnight, at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, that this woman was out there pushing this child. And I don't know, you know, again, was the child like, he couldn't have been just still sitting up in the chair. He had to have been limp at that time, because when the police got there and they walked up on the swing, he was deceased. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Do you think that the charges fit properly? Do you think that she knew better? Do you think that, like I said, again, mental health is a real thing? So y'all tell me what y'all think about that, because I'm curious to know, because I've never seen this before, man. It is really sad, man. Let's take care of each other, man, and let's start addressing this stuff. Peace.
Tell me, is it facts or opinions? You be the judge.
You'll have to decide.